What's up, WWE Universe? My name is Rain, and welcome to WWE What If. In this episode, we're going to talk about my reactions to Hell in a Cell 2020. But before everything else, I'm going to ask you guys to please hit that like button for me. It's not going to cost you anything. It's free, but it's going to help me out. Thank you so much in advance. Now, let me start off with the word irony. And here's why. In my past videos, I've said that Randy Orton is the perfect opponent for Drew McIntyre to lose the WWE title to. And guess what? Randy Orton never won the title until I said that Drew McIntyre will retain his WWE Championship. Randall Keith Orton is now a 14th time champion because he beat Drew McIntyre at Hell in a Cell. Well, let me tell you, I thought it was good for Drew McIntyre to dominate the match at the beginning of their battle at Hell in a Cell. But here's the thing, Orton escaped Hell in a Cell, but it was more of a way to attract Drew McIntyre, or to entice Drew McIntyre to go up to the top of Hell in a Cell. And lesson learned here for Drew McIntyre: never say yes to an invite from the Viper. Why? Because that is your ticket to go to hell. Drew McIntyre crashed through the announce table. That was pretty much the beginning of the end for the Scottish psychopath. In the end, you see Drew McIntyre bleeding, and then he hits the Claymore kick, but then Orton avoids it, and it returns with an RKO, pinning McIntyre 1, 2, 3, and winning the WWE title. Congratulations to Randy Orton. Moving on to the SmackDown Women's Championship, well, this is also ironic because the big piece, probably the biggest piece as to why Bayley retained her title for 380 days, well, that piece made her lose the title at Hell in a Cell. Sasha Banks is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. And you know what? I was really surprised that this happened because I knew Sasha would win it eventually from Bayley, but I didn't think it would happen that quick. But hey, maybe WWE wanted to take things differently this time, and maybe it will actually spark more of a bigger rivalry between these two, because Sasha Banks ended Bayley's historic reign just like that. And the cherry on top was Sasha Banks issued a bank statement that made Bayley tap to the boss. The other Hell in a Cell match of the night, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the Universal Championship. Now, I think a lot of us have expected that Roman Reigns will retain his title against his cousin. But you know what? I don't care if I knew going into a match that Roman Reigns would win against Jey Uso, because these two, they tell a great story. And it's so dramatic. And honestly, I thought their match at Hell in a Cell was more dramatic compared to the match that they had at Clash of Champions. If only I could give Roman Reigns an Oscar for shedding tears at Hell in a Cell. But then again, you know, that instinct of a tribal chief it's inside of him, and it's never going to go away. Because when Jey Uso wouldn't say I quit for himself, Roman Reigns used Jimmy Uso, who tried to save his brother Jey from Roman Reigns. He used Jimmy Uso as a way to make Jey Uso utter the words I quit. Hence Roman Reigns winning and retaining his Universal Championship. And it's a painful sight to see for the Usos. But the more painful sight to see was the Wild Samoans anointing Roman Reigns as the head of the table. Ouch. Well, another eyesore was Tucky betraying Otis. What? I know, that was my reaction. Tucky ended up hitting Otis with the Money in the Bank briefcase in the face. Oh yeah. And now Miz is Mr. Money in the Bank. I was really disappointed. Why would Tucky do that? Ugh. Also, Jeff Hardy losing to Elias via disqualification. Elias grabbed his guitar. He wanted to use it against Jeff Hardy, but guess what? Jeff Hardy ended up using it against Elias. The referee sees this, hence Elias winning via disqualification. What else? Oh, we have the United States Championship match between Bobby Lashley versus Slapjack of the Retribution. I didn't really think that Slapjack would win this one. It was more of like, okay, an exposure for the Hurt Business and Retribution, because I know we're building this angle between these two factions. Now, what do you guys think? Post your comments down below, and please hit like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Also, if you haven't yet, follow me on Instagram at WWE What If or on Twitter at WWE_What If. You guys, thank you so much for everything. For your likes, for your comments, not just here on YouTube, but also on Instagram and Twitter. I really, really appreciate them. Until next time, TTYL, Jabroni.